the main event here on Friday Night Fights. At stake, the WBC Super Bantamweight Championship, as Willie Jorrin of Sacramento, California, defends his title against Oscar Larios, making the first defense of his Super Bantamweight Championship. Town rich with boxing tradition, Sacramento, California. Former champions Loreto Garza, Tony the Tiger Lopez on hand to watch. They both performed in this venue. Some 5,000 fans on hand here at the Arco. Now for the introductions, our ring announcer, Jim Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the entertainment capital of Northern California, the Arco Arena. Don Chargan Productions, in association with Silverado Building Materials, proudly present our main event, scheduled for 12 rounds of action in the World Boxing Council Super Bantamweight Championship. Our bout is sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. Executive officer is Rob Lynch, and by the WBC, President Jose Suleiman, and supervisor in charge, Haig Collegiate. 3 judges assigned to score this bout on the 10-point must system are Omar Minton, Ken Morita, and Larry Rosadia. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action in his 129th world title bout is Chuck Hassett. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. This is your main event. Man your battle stations and prepare for impact. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing green with red, weighing in at 122 pounds. His professional record, 39 victories, 2 losses, 1 draw, with 30 wins by knockout. From Zapopan, Mexico, here is the #1 ranked challenger, Oscar Larios. His opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red, also weighing in at an even 122. He is undefeated, 27 victories, 12 by knockout. From Sacramento, the WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Guillermo Willie Jorrin.
Chuck Hassett brings the boxers to the middle of the ring. Let's take a look at the rules. The unified rules will be used for tonight's main event. They are as follows. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Only the referee can stop it. Cannot be saved with the bell in any round. Accidental foul, they'll go to the scorecard after 4 rounds are complete. The judges, all sanctioned by the WBC. Larry Rosadia from the United States. Omar Minton from Mexico. Ken Morita from Japan. Morita was the man who had Mike Tyson winning the fight against Buster Douglas in Japan, Teddy. And Minton, there's a story behind him as well.
Yes, this can create a very funny situation here. Usually, you would think automatic if it's going to be a close fight, which I think it will be, or can be, you would say that the hometown guy has the advantage in the scorecard. Not so here, because you have one judge from Mexico that can favor Larios, and as you said, the other neutral judge, supposedly from Japan, well, he already showed you what he's about when he had Mike Tyson winning against Buster Douglas, when Buster Douglas had destroyed Tyson in every round except the 1 round where he was knocked down.
Get a look at the knockout percentage. Jorrin has 2 knockouts past the 6th round. Larios has 4. Larios has been stopped twice. Right hand by Jorrin.
Look for the right hand to be a big part of this fight. 2 reasons. Larios gets hit with right hands, and the best punch of Jorrin is the right hand. Jorrin's not a big puncher, I'll tell you right now, Bob, but he drops a lot of guys because he hits them with that right hand. They don't see it coming. He jumps in real quick, he gets it off, or he blinds them with the left hand.
Jorrin got a very fair decision on the road in Manchester, England against Michael Brody. Very, very close fight, but did win the decision, a majority decision to win this WBC Super Bantamweight Championship.
The reason Larios gets hit with right hands is 2 reasons. He doesn't use his height. He has the good, long, rangy arms, but he'll jab from too close, and he'll get countered with right hands over the jab. Also, he'll stand straight up, pull straight back.
Jorrin told us yesterday he wants to chop at the body of Larios, but right now he's going to the head with the right hand.
Break, please, break. Hands up.
Jorrin is a little bit like Vinny Pazienza. He fights in real quick spurts. Real explosive quick spurts. And then he's smart. He'll rest on the inside, tie his man up, and then look for that spot on the outside where he can sneak an attack.
Pazienza did not have tremendous success in this town with that style against Loretto Garza back in 1990 when they fought for the WBA Junior Welterweight Championship. Pazienza was actually disqualified in a wild fight.
Jorrin loves to control the tempo, where he moves around a little bit, puts you to sleep a little bit, then jumps in all of a sudden with quick 2, 3, 4 punches.
We're going to have to watch the head of Jorrin. You heard in our main event setup, Larios very concerned that Jorrin uses his head, and Larios very susceptible to cuts.
You know, the best asset of Jorrin is his greatest weakness at the same time, Bob. His greatest asset is his quickness. And that is his biggest weakness. Because of that quickness, he'll break the rules. He'll jump in from too far away. And when you do that, if your opponent's ready to punch, he can catch you with a counter. And Larios, he's a pretty good counter puncher. Let's see if he's prepared for that situation, if he's watched enough tape.
Jorrin, the aggressor here in this first round, the first of 12, as he defends his WBC Super Bantamweight Championship on the deuce.
Stop.
Round number 2 underway between Willie Jorrin and Oscar Larios. Jorrin defending his WBC Super Bantamweight Championship here on Friday Night Fights, presented by Miller High Life. Good first round for the champion Jorrin. Outlanded Larios, 2 more punches in that first round.
One adjustment Larios will have to make is not following Jorrin, who's using his legs, not following him around the ring. He needs to cut the ring down, move laterally.
Eddie, you know, Larios is a cagey guy. Look at that. 15 second-round knockouts in his career. So that would lead you to believe that he's a guy that feels out his opponent a bit and then makes some pretty wise adjustments along the way.
Also, it can mean that the quality of opposition maybe wasn't as good as what it is now. But he does make adjustments. He did that in his biggest fight of his career, the fight that got him here against former champion Cesar Soto.
Yeah, that back in June, had to deal with a cut eye. Tough fight, but he did win the decision.
On the outside first, on the inside first. Larios to be in this fight, he's going to have to work on the inside. Jorrin, when he gets inside, Jorrin doesn't work a lot on the inside. He'll fight in spurts. Then he'll look to rest. He'll look to grab a little bit. It's going to be up to Larios not to let Jorrin rest.
Stop. Break.
Jorrin loading up with that lead right hand.
That's his favorite punch, Bob.
From deep. What does Larios have to do to negate that? Can he counter off that? What can he do when he sees Jorrin load up?
2 things Larios must do. Jab at the right distance, not from too close. Snap that jab and double that jab up. If he doubles it up, he'll smother that right hand. He won't give the right hand of Jorrin distance to get off.
Okay, break, please. Break, please. Come on.
The most important thing is that distance you see right now. Larios, to have a chance in this fight, going down the back stretch late in the fight, for him to be in the fight, he has to control that range. He cannot allow Jorrin to jump in and jump out. There, that's the way you control the range, right there. Good counter left hook.
Hold it there.
By Larios, Bob.
Now Larios opening it up here in the late stages of the second round.
Larios must control that outside distance with his jab and with his counterpunching, as I said in the first round. Jorrin will jump in. Larios must make him pay the price.
Stop.
Deep breath. I get it. Let me talk.
Well, I was talking before, early in the fight, that Jorrin likes to jump in. Well, he jumped right into a left hook there by the counterpunching Larios. That's what Larios needs to do if he's going to take this title.
Through the first 2 rounds, Jorrin 0 for 29 with his jab.
Very specific styles. Sitting back home, you really can enjoy this one, because you can really break down what you're looking for. Larios must control this distance right there. Not allow Jorrin to control the tempo. Jump in and jump out when he wants to. And Larios must be ready to counterpunch when Jorrin jumps in. As we said in the beginning, Jorrin's greatest strength is also his greatest weakness. His quickness. He gets a little cocky, hits, jump in from too far away, break all the rules, run all the red lights. And you can pay for that if your opponent's ready to punch. When you drive out there, you go through stop signs and red lines. You get away with it sometimes, but one day you're going to have a problem. Either a cop's going to be there, or God forbid, a car's going to be there. Break the rules long enough, you're going to pay for it.
Okay, break clean.
Jorrin needs to find a way to jump in, making sure when he does it, Larios is not set to punch.
In between rounds,
Hold it down, hold it
2
down.
and 3,
Break
Freddie
the rules.
Rosen, the trainer of Jorrin, said you're trying too hard for a knockout. He's not really throwing anything in this round.
One of the flaws of Jorrin is that he will pick spots to fight. He will fight in spurts, as we said in the pre-fight breakdown. But sometimes he's not active enough and consistent enough in the other periods of the rounds where he can be outworked, out-hustled. That can be a problem tonight because Larios will work a lot.
Okay, once
See, this
more,
is where
break.
Larios has to find a way to work, because Jorrin doesn't punch much on the inside, Bob. He really doesn't. His for real quick, sneaky punches, get inside, catch you by surprise, but then he'll look to tie up, get a free ride. It's up to Larios to make sure that he keeps his hands free inside, doesn't give that free ride.
Jorrin playing defense in this 3rd round. A little low with that one.
You're pulling behind the head. Let's go.
Larios is the one that's cautious.
Watch these spots here. This is where Larios has to use that jab, at least control this distance. Don't give the opportunities for the quick Jorrin to do what he does well, which is jump in like that. Exactly that.
Jorrin content to play defense for most of this round while Larios pursues.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
It's got to be speed.
Bottom right-hand corner, this is what Jorrin, the champion, wants to do. He wants to move around a little bit and then jump in real quick and then get out. That time, Larios was not ready for the jump.
In the 3rd round, Larios doubled up Jorrin as far as punches thrown, 60 to 30. Larios digging to the body. Larios doing some good work on the inside. Jorrin said that he wanted to chop away at the taller Larios' body. He has not done a lot of body work.
Larios is the busier fighter. I mean, that has been his resume. That has been his trademark throughout his career. He's busier. And that will be what will take him to the title if he's going to win the title here tonight. Being busy. And a big part of that is what we just saw, Bob. Punching on the inside, not allowing Jorrin to get away with those rests.
Larios with a left hand to the stomach that started that exchange.
Larios is a good body puncher. And you would think that would be part of his game plan. Take those legs away from Willie Jorrin.
Steady scorecard through 3. Larios by a point.
Jorrin jumped in again. Got caught with a counter right hand. Larios is paying attention to his P's and Q's. He knows the man in front of him. He came prepared. He has a plan.
That right hand bounced off the shoulder. Jorrin blocked the other one.
Your hold, Willie. Let go.
Watch how Jorrin does not work much inside. He'll fight in spurts, but then he'll grab. Every time Larios doesn't punch inside, he's giving Jorrin a break, giving him a pass. When you're trying to win a world title, you don't want to hand out passes, Bob. There's that jump in again by Jorrin. He does that a lot. He didn't pay the price that time.
See, Larios has outlanded Jorrin 14-5 through the first 2 minutes of this round, according to CompuBox.
Like we said at the top, Larios is the busier guy.
Low blow there from Larios.
Jorrin is a spot fighter. Those spots allowed him to win a world title. Let's see if it allows him to keep a world title.
Remember, he had to rally, though, late against Brody. Dropped Brody in the 10th round and outworked him over the last 3 rounds.
One thing Jorrin has to learn to do is to inch his way into a better starting position before he starts jumping with those punches. This way he doesn't leave a big opening.
Very close fight, but you can easily make the case for the challenger through the first 4 rounds. Former WBA junior welterweight champion Loreto Garza on hand here at the Arco Arena. Garza and Tony Lopez watching Willie Jorrin. Jorrin inspired by both Loreto Garza and Tony Lopez's performances. Take a look at the punch numbers in round 4. And the edge to Larios. Jorrin 0 for 45 with his jab through the first 4 rounds. Teddy, in the corner of Larios, they said in between rounds, you go downstairs to the body, immediately followed up with that right hand. He's right there to hit.
Another thing they said was, when you see the man jump in and take a little step back and then come right back with your own. They understand what they want to do. They understand how counterpunching can carry them to a title tonight.
So far through the first 4 rounds, you and I both have it 4 rounds through the first 4 rounds. You and I have it 3 rounds to 1 for Larios.
Watch those spurts. Watch those runs. You know those basketball teams that come at you with the runs? Well, that's Jorrin. He comes at you with runs. Don't give him those runs. Control the rest of the round. You have a good chance to win. This is where Larios can score some points. Usually the busier man on the inside. Jorrin will punch in spurts on the inside.
Willie Jorrin, Oscar Larios from Sacramento. At stake, Jorrin's WBC Super Bantamweight Championship. Jorrin in the red, Larios in the red and green trunks. Larios, the #1 contender from Mexico.
See these dead spots here where Jorrin doesn't work. Very important for the challenger, Larios, to do what he's doing here. Keep working, power points up. Gotta be alert with Jorrin, because when you think he's resting, he's not doing nothing. He explodes with a quick punch or a quick 2 punches.
Left hand from Larios.
Larios is one of those workman-like fighters. Nothing fancy. What you see is what you get. Game, solid, just keeps moving his hands. And if you're fighting spurts, boy, he can give you problems. Because he can take those opportunities away from you. Not allow you to control the tempo. Not allow you to dictate the pace. And that's what Larios is trying to do.
Not a blistering round from either man, but again, Larios moving Jorrin around the ring a bit. You could make the case through the first 5 rounds that the challenger, Oscar Larios of Mexico, in the black and the green and red trunks, has won 4 of the 5 rounds against the WBC Super Bantamweight champion, Willie Jorrin. In his first title defense, Jorrin 27-0 with 12 knockouts. Larios 39-2-1 with 30 knockouts. In the last round, Larios threw 100 punches, but he only landed 14. You see Jorrin 0 for 49 with the jab. Jorrin landed 13 of 32. I thought Jorrin, though, landed the cleaner punches in that last round. So even though he got outthrown by 68 punches, I gave the round to Jorrin, Teddy.
Tough round, real close round, that round. Wasn't much that separated the 2 guys. 1 or 2 punches here or there. That kind of round. Right here, you can see Jorrin's attempting to instill his style into the fight. Moving, trying to use movement not to allow Larios to get set, but Larios is walking him down.
Looked like Jorrin went a little low with one of those punches. Freddie Roach joins us right now from the corner of Willie Jorrin. And Freddie, after the first round, it looks like Larios has made some adjustments, and Willie can't seem to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, Larios is making it hard. He's coming to Willie very strong, and Willie needs to throw a little more combinations. He's single punching a little bit too much.
Freddie, this is Teddy.
Hey, Teddy, how you doing?
All right, Freddie, listen, I think the style of Jorrin is going to be really tested tonight. It's a tough style with the guy who's got in front of him, because Jorrin likes to fight in spurts and spots, and this guy just keeps working and working and working.
Yeah, he does. I mean, we're gonna have to pick it up and throw some more combinations, because we gotta stay right with this guy.
In other words, you're gonna probably have to make an adjustment and go away from Jorrin's temperament a little bit to just fight in spurts. Because if he fights only in spurts with this guy who's busy all the time, he might lose his title.
You're right. So it's a lot at stake here. So I'm trying to urge him to get a little bit busier in there, and I actually want to see if he can back this kid up a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Freddie. Best of luck. Larios upset that Jorrin wasn't nailed for a low blow, and then he got tagged.
If Freddie's going to get on Jorrin, the champion, do what he has to do as a good trainer to keep the title for his fighter. He's going to make an adjustment here. He's going to have to. You can hear that. He's going to make his man be busier. His man doesn't like to be busy for 3 minutes around. But to win this fight, he might have to be.
Stop!
Well, Jorrin told us yesterday he wanted to dig to the body. He's been a lot more consistent in this round going to the body, maybe even a bit low. But a pretty good round for Willie Jorrin. Sort of took the fight to Larios a bit more. Let's take you to the respective corners. First, we'll start with Willie Jorrin and Freddie Roach.
Nice, deep breath. Give me another one. Come on, let's breathe. Yeah. Okay, Will. Now here, we've got to get a little bit busier out there, okay, son? This guy's putting pressure on you all the time. It's very close rounds, okay, because he's putting pressure on you. Okay, he's coming forward too much. You're letting him come forward too much.
Take it in then?
Yeah, we need to change a little bit, okay?
I'll take it in.
All right, now here. Let's start dictating the pace. Back to jab with the jab, okay?
Okay.
All right? All right, the round is just a little bit too close because you got too much momentum coming, okay?
Is that right?
All right, too much momentum. Let's go to work this round, okay? All right, deep breath. You feeling good?
Yep.
Yeah, boy. Let's go to work this round.
Okay.
Now, you're fighting very good combinations, okay? But I want to see more of it, okay, son? All right? A little busier. Let's stay right there. A little busier, Willie. All right?
All right, Teddy, they want him busier. You heard Freddie Roach say the jab. So far in this fight, Willie Jorrin is 0 for 51 with his jab, according to CompuBox. So he's got to start throwing more. He threw 17 in the first round. He's been in single digits ever since.
And you heard the trainer, Freddie Roach, tell his charge. You have to make an adjustment here, son. You're going to have to start taking it to the guy a little bit more. And the fighter responded. He said, in other words, you want me inside? You want me to start taking it inside a little bit more? He said, yeah, I think we're going to have to.
Well, that's what they did against Brody in winning the title in Manchester, England back in September. He gave him the same words going into the 9th round.
All right, stop there. Break.
Teddy, you just find with guys sometimes that they just need that prodding, you know, after the first, you know, half dozen rounds or so, where, I mean, this happened, I guess, in Manchester as well, where Freddie Roach had to tell Jorrin to step it up. Just find that some guys fall into the same pattern continuously.
Sometimes, yes, no doubt about it. Hey, you are a creature of habit. We all are. So there's no doubt about that. Also, under pressure, sometimes we don't want to know what's going on. Sometimes we want to think we're doing more than we are doing. That's human nature, to escape from what you don't want to face. That's where a good cornerman comes in. That's where a good parent comes in. No different a parent and a cornerman, and you have to tell your son or tell your fighter the truth, the hard truth, even though he doesn't want to hear it.
Okay, Willie, let's go.
Teddy's scorecard through 6. 59-56 for Larios. You got the one even round in there. I have the fight even. 57-57. I gave the last 2 rounds to Jorrin. So just imagine how the judges have it.
What makes the round so tough is that Jorrin will score in spots, but then during those dead spots, Larios, just by being busy, will bring himself real close and make it real hard to pick a winner.
And as we mentioned at the top, not necessarily the old home judge advantage for Jorrin. One of the judges from Mexico, one judge from Japan, installed by the WBC, and then one judge from the United States.
Jorrin's looking to counterpunch, looking to do what I said earlier in the fight, instill his style, not the other guy's style, into this round right here. What he does best is counterpunch, move, and throw real quick, sneaky punches. That's what the champion Jorrin does best. He's trying to set that up here.
Jorrin went low again, and Hassett warns Larios for pulling back the head of Jorrin.
Hold it.
I mentioned one judge is from Mexico, one from the United States. Ken Morita is the 3rd judge, as placed by the WBC. He is from Japan. He's the man that had Mike Tyson soundly beating Buster Douglas in Tokyo, when Douglas mopped the floor with Tyson throughout most of that fight. We'll take a look at the punch numbers through 7 rounds according to CompuBox. You see that Larios much busier. He has landed 11 more punches. And, you know, Larios again complaining about a low blow. You better stop complaining and wait for the referee to step in and make it an official complaint, because he's getting tagged when he complains.
He needs to work, not complain. He needs to make sure he doesn't allow Jorrin to do what he's been doing in spots, what he's trying to do, which is to control the tempo.
Larios is throwing about 40 more punches around. Teddy, this is an interesting fight because your scorecard and my scorecard are drastically different. Even in that last round, you gave that last round to Jorrin. I gave that last round to Larios.
Hold it there. Hold it there.
I have it a 1-point fight. You have Jorrin ahead by a couple.
It's this kind of fight. It's very tough. This business can be very subjective.
I mean, you have Larios ahead by a couple. Larios has been the busier of the 2.
See, this is where Larios needs to really make hay. Work on the inside. Don't wait for Jorrin, who will fight in spurts. This is where Larios needs to go to the body, needs to really be busy, consistent, which he's trying to do now. See how Jorrin will put his hands behind you, look to tie up, look to rest? Well, it's up to Larios not to accept that, because he's going to need, this is the kind of fight, you just said it. We're disagreeing, you and me, on the scorecard. This is the kind of fight you're going to need every punch. Kind of like a tight basketball game. You might need every basket, even the ones you don't think about early in the game. You might need them down the stretch.
Forget about every basket, every possession.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to turn it over, protect the ball.
See, look how Jorrin will put his hands behind his man. Now it takes 2 to tangle, takes 2 to tie up. Larios needs to take a little step back, rotate his shoulders, make a decision to punch. Not allow himself to be tied up. Not accept the clinch. If Larios accepts too many clinches, he might not get this belt.
Jab and a right hand from Larios. The last combination missed.
Here's Jorrin looking for spots again. Goes into those little modes where he doesn't do nothing, and he opens up quick. That's what this fight's all about, Bob.
We're going to keep it right here.
Right there.
And we'll take it to the corner of Oscar Larios. Jose Reynosa, his lead trainer. Saul Aguilar of CompuBox will handle the translation.
Agarra aire, mijo. ¿Cómo lo siente él? Ya está más lento, ¿no?
He's slower.
Todo, tenemos que salir con todo ya.
We gotta come out with everything now. We gotta come out with everything.
¿Crees que puedas?
You think you can?
Sí.
You think so?
Es tuyo este campeonato, amigo, es tuyo.
It's yours,
Él
it's
ya
yours.
está
Come out
cansado
with
ya.
everything.
Ya está bien cansado, ¿eh?
He's very tired now.
¿Eh? Tienes que pelear con todo.
You gotta give everything now. You gotta fight with everything.
Con todo,
You gotta
apretando,
fight with
apretando.
everything. You gotta come out and throw.
Haz el último intento. Faltan 4 rounds.
There's 4 rounds left.
All right, thank you, So Old. Teddy, more of a motivational speech. There was not a lot of strategy there.
No, you're right. Not a lot of strategy, but it's the kind of fight. Right now, getting closer to the finish line, it's the kind of fight where you need emotion. Where I just said it earlier. It's a matter of being busy, controlling the tempo. So emotion can be a very big part of strategy in this particular fight. Keeping a guy up, knowing that you have to be busy in certain spots. No better way to make a guy keep busy than to try to emotionally lift him up, inspire him.
And again in the last round, Larios threw 48 more punches than Jorrin. That has been the case throughout the balance of the fight. He has been busier. Jorrin has the better connect percentage. And you got to give a guy credit for controlling the action.
The inside of this fight is very important on the inside. Who is the busier man? There it is again. Jorrin will punch in spots, then look to tie up. Now, on the whole, the busier guy has been Larios on the inside. It's up to Larios right now. Watch. Right now, does he accept his clinch? Jorrin's looking for a clinch. Larios accepted it that time.
Teddy's scorecard through 8. 78-75 for Larios.
Some good counter punches by Larios. Smart, subtle little move there, Bob. Larios stepped back, allowed Jorrin to jump in a little bit, and Larios punched with him. And when the openings were there, Larios took a step back and filled the spot. Watch how he'll step back, allow Jorrin to jump in, allow an opening to create itself, and then punch in between those steps. That's being smart. That's setting up punches. Larios is looking now to counterpunch whenever he gets a chance, when Jorrin jumps in. Watch how Larios is looking to take a little step back and force Jorrin to jump in. There it is. Nothing happened that time, but Larios has it on his mind. 2 things here, Bob. As he comes forward, if Jorrin just stands there, then Larios is just going to go on the attack. If he feels that Jorrin's going to jump in, Larios will step back and look to counter.
Larios digging with left hooks to the body. Larios got caught going back.
Larios looking to take control here. Just being busier, a little bit more steady.
And again, he's just throwing a lot more punches than Jorrin. Not all landing, but he has been the aggressor. We hit the end of round number 9, scheduled for 12. So far in this fight, Larios has thrown 655 punches to Jorrin's 301. He has been the aggressor. And how about this one for you, Teddy? According to CompuBox, Jorrin has not landed a single jab in this fight.
He's depending on jumping in with those right hands. And that means when you don't get your way, well, what happens the rest of the round? You're not using the jab, you're probably losing rounds.
Freddie Roach, the trainer of Jorrin, saying you got to open it up here. I have Larios through 9 rounds, up by 3 points.
We talked about the good corner. Willie Jorrin, Freddie Roach, also in the corner with Freddie is his brother, who also was a professional fighter, professional featherweight.
Franklin, come on, Willie. Franklin.
Pepper Roach, the brother of Freddie, in the corner. But in Oscar Larios' corner, pretty good people there. Jose Reynoso, Jesus Rivera, they call him the old professor in Mexico. Matter of fact, he was brought in for a short amount of time to work with Oscar De La Hoya. He trained former flyweight champion Miguel Canto.
Hands are free, work.
Also Rafael Mendoza, very known boxing man from Mexico.
All right, hold it there, hold it there.
And those are the guys that are trying to guide Oscar Larios to the right strategy for a world title.
He also has his dad in his corner, who is a former lightweight, Teodoro, who actually fought here in the Sacramento area in the late 80s.
You keep holding on. I'm going to take a point.
And now Chuck Hassett telling Jorrin, if you keep holding on, I'm going to have to take a point away. Both guys have been cautioned. Larios cautioned for holding behind the head of Jorrin.
Your hands are free. Work.
Right now, Jorrin getting himself, at least in our estimation, or my estimation, behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Okay, your hands are free.
He's getting himself in position, I think, where he's going to have to call on some championship qualities and pull this one out of the fire.
He's never recorded a knockout past the 8th round.
Right there. Hold it, hold it. Willie, one way it's back there. You're going to get it.
He can't do what he wants to do, Jorrin. He wants to move around, pick spots, go real quick flurries, and get out. Larios is not allowing him to do that. Not allowing that tempo to be the kind of tempo that Jorrin wants.
Strike it.
Larios is ready to counterpunch with Jorrin right there. Good left hook counterpunch when Jorrin jumped in.
Right there. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Larios has had all the right punches at the right time. And a lot of them.
Stop.
Well, Larios has the right plan, that counterpunch. When Jorrin jumps in, there was that counter left hook to catch him.
How about Larios doesn't bother touching gloves, not that he has to start the 11th round. He comes out throwing leather. Freddie Roach warned Jorrin, saying that this guy's going to come out bombing to start the round. And he has. Teddy, I have Larios ahead by 4 points going into these last 2 rounds.
I'm right with you, brother. I have him ahead by 5.
Let go, Willie.
Jorrin scored a knockdown late against Brody in September in Manchester, England, to come from behind and win the title. According to our scorecards, he's going to need even a bigger finish to keep his title. Teddy's scorecard, 98-93. You have that even round. I have it 97-93.
Watch how Larios makes a little adjustments when he has to. Right now, Jorrin's starting to lean forward with his head a lot. Larios making an adjustment this round, starting to throw more uppercuts. Larios should look to step back now on the inside and throw that uppercut because Jorrin reaches forward.
Okay,
Jorrin very awkward.
Jorrin's going to have to get, if not lucky, fortunate now. They have to jump in with one of those right hands and catch Larios with a perfect punch. Again, Jorrin's not a puncher, but he has scored a lot of knockdowns in his career because he catches guys usually with that right hand where they don't see it. 2 ways he does it. He jumps in real quick where you don't have a chance to react to it, or he blinds you with his left hand and lets the right hand go right behind him.
Larios has only been stopped twice, back in 97 by Israel Vasquez in Mexico in the 1st round, and then in 98, Agapito Sanchez stopped him in the 5th round, but he didn't knock him out. It was because of cuts. Larios got a cut over the left eye, and they stopped the fight, TKO for Sanchez.
There's that quick right hand. That time, Jorrin was able to score.
Let go, Oscar.
But he may need to put a left hook behind it at this point in the fight. And you know what? That's not his style. Because when he jumps in with the right hand, he's not balanced. He's not set for the left hook.
Both guys very fresh. There's been a lot of body punches landed in this fight.
Okay, hold your punches. Break.
Larios averaging about 45 punches around more thrown than Jorrin, the champions. Much busier in this fight. Connect percentage in Jorrin's favor. But it's hard to deny the fact that Larios has controlled a lot of these rounds with his action.
But for Jorrin to look to score real quick here in spots.
One more round to go. Will Larios take Jorrin's title? Will Willie Jorrin defend it? First to the corner of Willie Jorrin, his trainer, Freddie Roach.
Deep breath. This round. You got to win this round. Deep breath. Give me a deep breath. Come on, right from here. See ya.
Last round, plus one.
Okay, well, here, let's finish strong. Let's finish like a champion out there, okay? All right? Now get out there. Will, that left hook is there for you, son, okay?
All right.
All right, you see that right uppercut you're landing on the inside? Come back to the hard hook, okay? Hard hook, okay? Let's go to work now. All right, Willie, I want you to finish like a champion out there. Let's go to work on the...
Que vean, que vean. Tira chingadazos.
Throw a lot of punches.
Es el último round, mijo.
This is the last round, son. I can do it.
Vamos, con todo,
Do it with everything. Do it,
Tira aunque
everything.
sea el cuerpo, donde sea.
Even your body, throw everything.
Well, both guys seem very fresh, very alert. The 12th round underway. Willie Jorrin's WBC Super Bantamweight Championship on the line against the #1 contender, Oscar Larios of Mexico. Teddy, according to my scorecard, and I'm sure yours, Jorrin needs a knockout to win it.
And it's going to be difficult.
Good left hand by Jorrin.
He's going to have to put them together.
He caught Larios on the chin. The challenger did not back up.
And the reason Jorrin was able to put them together was he set himself. He was on the inside. He was flat-footed. When he jumps in with the right hand, his best punch, he can't come back with the left hook. And right now, being behind, Jorrin needs to be able to put punches together, Bob.
Hold it there, hold it there.
Behind an hour card.
Jorrin needs to get away from his style right now. Stand inside and put punches together.
Okay, hold it straight.
His style's not going to win the fight for him right now. If he jumps in with just the right hand, I don't think that's going to be enough, because that doesn't allow him to put them together. That allows him to put them together.
Well, you heard Freddie Roach tell him the left hook is there for you. Throw the left hook.
When he stands there, where he sets himself on the inside, like he's doing now, Jorrin, he can put punches together, and as you said, he can come back with that left hook. When he's on the outside, which he loves to do, and it would be great if the fight was going his way, but hey, it's not going his way. So he can't go on the outside and jump in with right hands now, Jorrin, because when he does that, he won't be set for the second punch. And you know what? He needs the second punch if he's going to pull this fight out of the fire.
Larios digging in with hooks to the body.
Larios is smart. He's pitting his man, the champion, against the ropes, not giving him room to punch. Now Jorrin has room.
Then Jorrin dives in and allows a clinch.
Let's go. Hold it there. Right there, wait it.
What's that old saying? People born round don't die square? Well, the style of Willie Jorrin is to jump in spots and then grab on.
Right there.
Right now, he doesn't need spots, Bob. He needs long runs. And it's just not his style.
Well, he's sort of acting in a lot of ways like he's got this fight won, and he's just fighting in spots. And maybe he does. But on our cards, he needs a big round.
Watch Larios give ground here and let Jorrin reach in so he can count him.
Right there, right there.
Slapping right hand, blocked by Jorrin.
Hold it there, hold it there. Whoa, 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 whoa. None of that.
Left hand by Jorrin. There's the bell. Larios feels he's taken Jorrin's crown. Jorrin feels he's defended it in front of the hometown fans. Friday Night Fights on ESPN2, presented by Miller High Life, the Tower Bridge in Sacramento, California. Pretty good showdown between Willie Jorrin and Oscar Larios for Jorrin's WBC Super Bantamweight Championship. There is the challenger, Larios from Mexico. Take a look at the total punch numbers, 913 to 433. Larios landed 159 power shots. Teddy Atlas's scorecard through the 12. You had Larios winning at 116-113. I had it 115-113 for the challenger. We're awaiting the three judges' scorecards. Ken Morita from Japan, Omar Minkun from Mexico, Larry Rosadia from the United States. Jim Hall is ready with the judges' cards.
We go to our scorecards. All three judges, Larry Rosadia, Ken Morita, and Omar Minton, see it 115-113. winner by unanimous decision. And still, the WBC
Willie Jorrin gets the win, 115-113. Kenny, you and I disagreed on some of those rounds in the mid-spot, so you can see how the judges might have seen it a different way as well.
Yeah, tough fight to score. We had it almost the exact score, except the opposite way. Real tough fight to score.
For Teddy Atlas, Max Kellerman, Brian Kenny, this is Bob Papa saying so long from Sacramento.